All right, let's get started off with romantic love and what you can expect in terms of romantic love in May of 2025. What can you expect? What do you need to know in romantic love for May 2025? All right, friends, I think some of you have just gone through some heartache, heartbreak. There might have been some rough endings that just happened. Maybe there's something, an anniversary of like a heartache that's coming up for you, like almost like a heart trauma-versary is what I'm kind of getting. And I do feel like that I feel like it's like kind of about being gentle with yourself. I do see with the Star card, there's a lot of healing that's taking place this month. I feel like for some of you, this is healing some fresh wounds. And for some of you, this is healing some wounds from the past more. Okay, with the Three of Crystals coming after the Star card. I do feel like for some of you with the King of Crystals, I'm getting kind of multiple things here. So for one, it's like if you're really trying to manifest in love, I think this is coming back to like, are your thoughts really where you want them to be? I talked about this in the first part about like, especially the Ace of Crystals and using manifestation energy this month. So make sure go back and watch the overall themes for May. But with the King of Crystals, it is really like, are you being like responsible with your own thoughts in terms of how they manifest things? But I also do feel like it's kind of, for some of you, representing maybe the person that has hurt you and that how some of their stuff is coming back up for you. And so as you need to, with the Four of Crystals, like rest and recharge and get grounded and get regulated. Okay. So if you are trying to manifest in love, no matter where you are on your journey, if you're manifesting when you're actively experiencing a lot of heartache or sadness or trauma, or you're reliving it, or you are in a big grief state, or you are if you're just generally dysregulated, okay? If your nervous system isn't in the place to manifest, and that's when you're also like, why can't I never have the love that I want? But you're literally crying, right? And like, it's okay to cry. Like, let those feelings happen. But then that's not when you're trying to also be like, bring in love, because you're like bringing in more of what you are trying to release. So as you're actively releasing, be like, I'm so grateful that I can release this because I don't want to have this anymore. Right? And then that's going to help you to be able to manifest new things. I actually even see the Magician on the bottom of the deck. And I do feel like this is going to help you to be successful in love with the Four of Wands. Oh my goodness. And the Eight of Cups. Wow. Okay. I next see the Six of Stars and the Fool and the Ace of Stars. Oh my goodness. It's like I want to tell you about all the cards on the bottom of the deck. Oh my goodness. Okay. So with the Magician, the Four of Wands, the Eight of Cups, this is really telling me that a lot of this is based on the power of the astrology of the season. The Four of Wands is Venus in Aries, which just started on April 30th. Will be in Venus in Aries for the entire month of May. It's actually all the way till June 6th. The Eight of Cups is Saturn and Pisces. I actually expect that this card is going to be coming up quite a bit in the next several weeks, because Saturn is making its final movements through Pisces in order to get to Aries for the May 24th transit. And so it's a really big deal because Saturn takes about 30 years to make it around the entire astrological wheel. And so it's like in its like final days of this 30-year journey. And so what this is saying is like, look, there's some things that are going to come up in these final days, things that are coming up that are maybe things from the past that are to help you to like let them go and be in that like last time of Saturn, right? Like the last 30 years, like let it be in the old wheel so that you can move forward in this new wheel with some fresh energy, moving forward, leaving behind the things that are not for us and knowing what actually is for us and stepping into that to move forward. These are the cards that we had gotten as the overall themes for the month of May. So Three of Wands, Chariot, that's Seven of Wands. We're trying to move forward now, right? And what you're moving forward to is this new journey, the Fool. Literally, like on May 24th, Saturn's starting its new journey around the wheel. And Saturn is karma. Saturn is the lessons. And so for, I think, this collective, and the King of Crystals is somebody who also has learned. They're very intellectual. So you're learning these lessons and being like, okay, like I'm grounded and now ready for like a fun new journey. The Ace of Stars is then the green light for manifesting. The Six of Stars is manifesting a connection that is actually very equal. It's equitable, maybe is a better word. The Six of Stars is about trying to get to a connection where there is a give and take, this balance. Okay. And the Six of Stars is also a reminder that like there are always like strings attached. And I feel like that's kind of the Saturn energy coming through too. Like, hey, like, yeah, there can be a lot of good, but like if you're receiving, like you need to make sure you're giving energy out too, right? And that's like Saturn being like, let's make sure that things are balanced here. Let's make sure we're like operating in this good energy. So that's what I'm getting a lot of, actually. Like there's a lot of releasing, a lot of healing, a lot of needing to ground, a lot of like, old stuff maybe coming back up. This was coming up at the end of the April love as well. So I feel like maybe that's, the April readings, I remember talking about how like you might be experiencing some things where you're like, wait, why? It's almost like a trauma memory coming up. And so I feel like that's coming up in May, because I think that is actually related. Maybe that was Taurus season reading as I'm thinking about it. So maybe that's kind of a Taurus season stuff. And now it's like, okay, we're releasing old stuff so that we can be fresh, new, and enter into like a new journey, Page of Wands. Okay. Yeah. It was Taurus season that like, that's where some of that painful energy was coming up, and that the Hierophant card confirming for me, that's the Taurus card. Okay. So I know that like this might not be like, oh my God, all these like beautiful, amazing things are happening in love. It's not saying like, what I'm getting is that the energy of the collective that you need to know, because it does really seem like, this is you have to apply this to your situation. The energy of the collective is there's trauma to heal here so that you can call in the type of relationship you want. So even if you're in a relationship, maybe this is to invite you to get to the next level in love. If you're not in a relationship and you're not currently trying to be into a relationship, maybe there's still healing to do so that you can feel happier in your own life. You're carrying wounds around with you right now, okay? That maybe you're actively dating and you're really wanting to get into a relationship. There's some healing to do so that you can call in the type of partner that you want to have. That's the energy. So that's what I'm getting for love. We're going to head over to family and friends for the month of May next.